What's going on, good people? What's going on, man? Let's talk about a little something here. The power of the mindset. The mindset is very powerful. And what I mean by that is, if you sit here and you make excuses for yourself, you say, man, I don't think it's possible for me to make, six figures or maybe make 70, 80 grand because I have no skill. I have no trade. I have no college degree. Or you might have a skill and you might say to yourself, there's no way I can ever make 100,000 plus because I don't have that college degree. And I'm here to tell you that when you have that mindset, that when you tell yourself what you can't do and it's not possible, yeah, you're going to stay stuck like that. Because I once was like that, man. All I need is, 40, 50 grand a year. My wife makes good money, 40, 50 grand. So, combined, we're looking at, between 80 to 100,000 household. But then as I got older and I started doing research and start listening to a lot of podcasts and all that. And as a man, you should never compare, in my opinion, what your wife is making combined that. No, because as a man, it's your job to go out there and provide, do what you have to do, to provide, to make as much money as possible. So if you have a skilled trade and you're not making the money you want to make, figure out how to take that skilled trade and do something on the side. A lot of these skilled trades around here, electrician, plumbing, HVAC, a lot of these guys starting out making between $50,000 and $70,000 a year, and then, they're doing stuff on the side. Same thing. I knew a guy that was a roofer. He got into trucking. He was driving trucks during the day, during the week. On the weekend, he would go do roofing jobs. It was him and his brother. They would repair roofs. They would do all kinds of stuff. That was his side hustle. That was his skill. His skill was he was a roofer. He did that for many years. And during the day, his 9 to 5, he drove trucks. So to have that mindset of saying that you can't make 100,000 plus, you just keeping yourself down. To me, that's a poverty poor mindset, because it's possible. Yeah, it's hard, but you have to do your research. Wherever you live at, do your research to see where can you go to where you can make six figures. Prime example. I was talking to my manager this morning. We have I think the guy's like 22, 23 years old, but he lives 2 hours away. He commutes 2 hours away to work, because where he lives, I guess there's jobs there, but the jobs are not making enough money. So he drives 2 hours to come to work where he can make six figures plus. And he's a young guy. To me, it's dedication. Most people might be, it's crazy, oh man, that's far. But sometimes you have to do what you have to do. That way you can provide for yourself or maybe provide for your family. These days there's a lot of jobs, a lot of people getting laid off. But when it comes to the labor, especially when it comes to warehousing, if you get into food service warehousing, you're gonna make good money. They probably start y'all at 18 to 20 bucks an hour, and then a lot of them on what they call component pay. The faster you throw them cases, the more money you make. But the thing about it is, people these days say they don't want to work hard. Well, if you don't want to work hard, then you ain't gonna get a reward. If you have no college degree, a good college degree, that where you can make money. If you have no college degree, just a high school diploma and GED, what kind of job you think you're going to get out here in the working field and get. Fast food, hospitality. I mean, little jobs here and there. You're bouncing around. So if you're the individual that's not making six figures and you want to make six figures, you have a family, and you're a man, whether if you're young, old, or whatever the case is, look into getting a skill trade. Electrician, plumbing, HVAC, welding, CDL. Because that's what I did. I was driving a box truck for many years. I mean, I wasted so much time on my life. I should have got my CDL a long time ago. But I had the mindset, man, as long as I made 50 grand, 55 grand, man, I'm good. Money ain't everything. I had that mindset. Money ain't everything. Money is not going to buy happiness. No, you're right. Money don't buy happiness. But one thing the money does, it buys stability, comfort, and it eases your mind. When you get that bill in the mail, you don't have to say, well, all right, okay, it's due Thursday, but I get paid Friday. Let me see if I can call and get an extension. Or I get paid a day late. Or when your car breaks down, what I'm going to do? Man, I got to take out a loan. Or when someone gets ill, your spouse, your kids, excuse me, when someone gets ill, you have that money. You have that copay. Whether the copay $25, $2 grand, $5 grand, you have that copay. I used to have that mindset. Man, not everybody gonna make money. You middle class, you either gonna be middle class or poor. If you didn't grow up with money, there's no way you can make money. There's no way you can make tons of money. But then when you start surrounding yourself around like-minded individuals, listening to podcasts, maybe reading books, and you realize that it's possible for the average person to make six figures plus. It is. But if you sit there and you tell yourself that there's no way you can make six figures, not everybody can make six figures, yeah, you're right. You would not be in that category. The power of the tongue is very powerful. The mindset. You have to change your mindset. Oh yeah, I know I can make six figures. I know I'll make six figures. I get over here, I work at this job. I know I could potentially make six figures, and I'm going to strive to make six figures. And if I'm at this job, and they're now allowing me to make six figures, they're allowing to stand me at 70, 75K, then I need to figure out what I need to do to where I can make six figures, because I want to achieve six figures. Because maybe it might be a goal where no one in your family has never made, $100,000 plus. Maybe no one in your family has never made $80,000 plus, but you want to be the first to make that. Maybe you want to be the first to go to college, to trade school, whatever it is. But never sit here and tell yourself or anybody, there's no way everybody can make $100,000 plus. Because to me, that's a myth. You might have to work hard for it, meaning physical labor, maybe work 5-6 jobs. But there's a way that you can make six figures plus. Get out there and get a skill. If you have no skill, if you're just working this regular old warehouse job and stuff like that, yeah, nah. If you working a warehouse job, regular warehouse job, and you ain't making more money, looking to get in a food service warehouse where you can make money. At least if you're gonna throw cases, run up and down that floor on that electric jack or maybe forklift, at least looking to where you can make some money. But don't ever tell your mind that not everybody can make 100,000 plus, because I'm telling you, the power of the mindset, that mindset will keep you poor. If you sit here and tell yourself, I can't make 100, I can't start that business. Oh, there's no way I can get that job because they want a credentials. They want certification. I don't have certification. I don't have a certification, but I've been driving that pilot jack for 10 years, but I don't have a certificate. They want certification. Well, I mean, you won't know until you apply. And you put down a credential. You put down, what you've been doing for the last 10, 15 years. But never tell yourself that there's no way I'll be able to make 6 figures because I have no college degree. No, that's a myth. I have no college degree. Matter of fact, I ain't even graduate high school. I got my diploma years after I graduated. And I just settled, making little peanuts, making 50 grand a year. Sometimes it was 60, depending on the bonuses. And after a while, talking to my best friend, we're sitting there talking. Him and his brother, they all leveled up. They all went and got their CDL, and they started making all this money. They all got in the food service, and he used to convince me, talk to me, man, look here, man. You working that dead-end job, man. You ain't making no money. You need to get out here, get your CDL, and make some of this money. I'm telling you, it'll change your life. I'm like, I don't know, man. Driving a big old truck and that hard work. I used to something like, dude. But like he told me, man, it ain't no harder than what you doing now. Working for that contractor, making a little bit of money. At least if you're gonna work hard, at least you're gonna, when you get your paycheck, it's rewarding. So, what I did, I jumped out there, did my research, got my permit, got out there and got the CDL. Like I say, so far so good. It's been rewarding for me since I got my CDL, driving for the food service company. So far, every year, 6 figures plus. Something that I never thought I would ever achieve in a lifetime because I had no background. Just went to school. I had no college, all that stuff, didn't go to trade school until eventually I got my CDL, but just a average Joe just working, making peanuts. So, good people, please change your mindset. If you're making a little bit of money now and you want to achieve that goal to make more, change your mindset. Write it down. Say it every day. I will make more money. I will make more money. I will make more money. And at the same time, not only just say it, but do your research. What can I do to make more money? Man, I've been working in this warehouse for 8 years. I ain't topped out. I'm making $20 an hour. I ain't making no money. Figure out what you gotta do. If you gotta go get a forklift certification, get all the certification you gotta get. If you gotta leave that warehouse and go find another warehouse, man, you know what? Let me go look in the food service. Let me see if I can make some money. You gotta do what you gotta do. But that mindset, man, that would keep you broke. You got to change your mindset. I once was an individual that had that broke, poor mindset, man. Now, I say to myself, I can achieve anything. I can do anything. It ain't gonna be easy. It's gonna be hard work. But I can do anything. And I will do anything. Now, working on the next chapter. Like I said, you have to do your research. Don't just jump out there and just do something crazy. Do your research. Study it. Until you got it down pat. Work towards it. And the good Lord will make a way. Pray about it. Work towards it. Change your mindset. Don't pray about it and still have that mindset where, man, I ain't gonna never make 80. I ain't gonna never make 90. No. Do not keep that mindset. You better change that mindset. Because that's what's gonna keep you broke and poor. You gotta change the mindset. And I'm not saying I'm the best. I've changed my mindset, and I'm working on myself, working on becoming better, a lot better with my money. But if you don't change that mindset, I'm telling you, you will be gone, long gone in the wind. You will be 50, 60, 70, telling your kids, your grandkids, "Oh, Grandpa, what did you do?" "Oh, well, I just worked in the warehouse, only made, 50 grand and make no more." What happened?" "Well, I just couldn't do it. I mean, there was no way. Didn't go to college. I didn't get no skill. I didn't want to go work at this factory where I knew I could make more money because I didn't want to work that hard." Now you settle. Now you're in retirement age, sitting back waiting for Social Security, which is not going to be enough to fund your life. Because as we get older and we're not working, we got to go to the doctor more. And we all know healthcare is on the rise and it's expensive. So please, people, change your mindset. If you have that mindset, change it, please. Do me a favor, like, subscribe. Hey, man, y'all take it easy, all right?